at the very beginning, your first little baby stages of growth, you're still in your way. You haven't got out of your own way yet. And most people never do. They don't realize the negativity they put out. They don't realize the negativity that they cast inward on themselves through negative self-talk. You see, there's two types of people. There's the type of people when they feel insecure or when they feel threatened or when they start to get into that low frequency state, they project outwardly. That's one type of person. I'm more of that type, and I understand that type. And then there's the other type of person that's more common. The type of person when they get in a low frequency state, when they feel insecure, when they're not feeling themselves or they haven't built the confidence or they're just in a bad place, they're off, like I like to say, a low frequency state. They engage in massive inward negative focus. Their self-talk becomes very negative. So they bash themselves. There's the type of people who bash others and bash themselves. But this is still you just getting in your way. Because the whole goal should be to create the best version of you, love for self, building self, and then teach others to do the same, outwardly helping others. So both the people are wrong completely. But when you solve both of these, you live what I've told you guys our life's purpose is from the beginning. To create the individual we admire, loving self, and then to teach others to do the same. To gift ourselves to the world. Heal ourselves and teach others to do the same. So create the individual you admire and give that person to the world. Heal yourself. Teach others to do the same. This is when you've completed both halves. You've become actualized, and then you begin to transcend self. Self-actualization is creating your best self. Self-transcendence is when you've become the teacher and you've given yourself to a greater purpose. Now, what you guys don't realize along this path is at the very beginning, baby stage 1, you'll still be in your way. But when you make it to the higher levels, you're not the one trying to stop you anymore. You've got out of your way and nothing can stop you. You're crushing it in life. That's when other people tried to stop you. This is the story of every figure that was making change in our world. The negative people don't believe they're negative. It is their capacity of understanding what negative is. And they just don't understand. They're threatened. They actually want to learn from you. They actually want to be like you. But they feel threatened by you because they don't understand how you operate or what you do. It's not under their capacity to even understand it, or they would already be doing it. Simple ego, simple bullshit, simple fuckery is simply the story of fucking Jesus. He was actually trying to help them. They crucified him for it. Because guess what? He threatened their comforts and their way of life. These titty-having, lame, broke folks who haven't woken the fuck up to realize that someone like myself was just preaching that they could be more and should be more and showing them exactly how he did it. Yet they're so delusional. Their timeline is misskewed. So they call it things other than their lack of their complete impatience and their lack of patience, which is what they should always be asking when they don't get their outcome, is what I did wrong. See, personal development people always learn. Victims always blame. You guys, you can never beat a positive person. In a world full of people taking their friends out to drink, in a world full of people pushing drugs on their people around them, in a world full of people who have shoddy habits and horrible virtues, guess what? We're great men. Everybody following this path that I teach you guys, you're a great motherfucker. You know exactly what it is to be a horrible individual. You don't even compare to what you used to be. A guy on my call today said, Wes, I'm supposed to not miss, and I missed my wake-up time. My alarm didn't go off, and he was bashing himself for that. He wouldn't let himself free from how much he was beating himself up about missing his wake-up time. And I said, bro, you used to drink and do drugs heavily, and you didn't even hold yourself to a standard with that. Now you hold yourself to this high of a standard with your wake-up time. I believe you've completely shifted your mindset. What used to be nothing to you was so detrimental to your life, and now something that is a complete difficult task for you that you want to accomplish every day, that has no real downside that impacts yourself or anybody around you other than you let your word down, which is massive to high-level people. Now that bothers you. Look how far you've fucking come. I have people who mess up on their macros and they beat themselves up more than when they used to smoke fucking speed or drink alcohol. I've brought a lot of people a very, very long way, including myself. And you guys, to disguise or call a path that we're walking anything other than noble as fuck, anything other than what a man should be, is complete bitch made. They're all pussy ass bitches who want to live under their shroud of ignorance because they want to keep doing their drugs. They want to keep lying to themselves. They want to eat, drink, and do everything that they call life. But what they're really doing is living one big fucking lie. Their lie, what they call living, is actually escaping their current reality. It's complete scapegoat behavior to ever point at another man. Because what does that do if you spend hours pointing at other men? Unless you're guiding them to be better. Which I point at other men. I don't say names. But I point at other men's character and behavior. And I will take them to where they need to go as a better man. That's the point. But nowadays there's this scapegoat behavior where we blame the government. We blame people around us. We blame everything else other than ourselves because that makes us not have to work on ourselves, which in turn, that's what we should be doing every fucking day, all day. But these people, they set a battle against an opponent that can't be won so they can spend endless amount of time in this battle that cannot be won because it's opinion-based. So then they don't have to face the facts that they're pussy pieces of shit, lame motherfuckers, but we got to understand them. Because we used to be like that. We used to believe that comfort seeking and that bitch-made life was life. But you can never beat the positive people who are really winning and really live the way a man should live. And guess what? I am the man I always needed. And when you need me, I'll be there for you. Even you bitch-made lames who can't seem to understand that you're the worst people for society. Acting like positive habits and taking risks on new business endeavors that will change your life if you really applied yourself and were honest that that's not the route to take. Don't ever listen to someone who's not directly in the shoes, who's not directly in the position that you want to be in. They're the fucking frauds. They're the lames. Straight up. They just don't want to face the facts that you're everything they wish they could ever fucking be. Let's go!